We are going to, let me see here. What's happening? What's happening, people? I don't know which camera to look at, so I just need to not look at myself. We are on the iPad today, and I don't know where to look to make sure that um, I'm looking in the right place. So, welcome to my channel. Um, it's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be among the lands of the living, and we do not take life for granted here on this channel because it is truly a blessing to have God's grace and mercy. And so I'm preparing some lunch for myself and decided, well, I'll let some people in with me while I'm doing my meal prep. We can talk. I'm making some more lentil soup because my family absolutely loved it. And so I'm going to sit and chat with you all while I prep this meal. And I'm going to tell you something. Um, I'm a little sad this morning. I'm a little sad because my brother is very, very sick right now. He had a heart attack. And on top of the heart attack, he had multiple strokes. And so I'm not, myself, but I don't blame God. I do believe that even after this, my brother will, he is saved. He will be a blessing to others. I'm believing God that he will live to testify of God's grace and his mercy on his life. My brother is an amputee. And, a lot of reasons why I do what I do as a professional, as a researcher, as a practitioner, is because of things like that. Because I want people to know that we have to do differently. We have to make better choices about what we put in our mouths because when we make choices, sometimes it leads to chronic illness, you know, preventable disease. And while it might taste good, it is destroying our body, our physical means. And our physical means are equally as important as our spiritual man. If we don't take care of it, then we we become wrecked with illness, and then we are asking God to help us with something that he already helped us with when he gave us his food, which grows in the garden, just like this right here. This is edible. Like, it's a red onion, and it is edible, just like that. You don't have to cook it. It doesn't require any heat, anything. It may not taste like the warm food, which our body is always craving, but imagine that we didn't have heat to cook food back when God created the heavens and the earth, and he said we can have the fullness thereof. We didn't have it. So what was God's intention for us when he created all these beautiful things in the garden? What was his intention for us? To eat more of God's food. To eat every fruit-bearing thing that has seeds he wanted us to eat. And so while we wait to hear about our brother in Christ, my brother, natural brother, my biological brother, we wait to hear and, what was the outcome, because he has been sedated for days, and he can't stay sedated. So, but the type of stroke that he had affects emotions. It affects decision making. It affects behavior. It affects many things. And I say this again, and I will constantly repeat. We make decisions to smoke, to drink, to do drugs, to eat bad, to sin. We make these decisions, but we blame everything on everyone else. I just don't understand it. We have to learn to take accountability for our own actions, and it's not, my channel is not to harm anyone or hurt anyone in any way. But we're hurting right now. His family is hurting right now. His sons are hurting right now. His wife is hurting right now. And this illness is preventable. It was all preventable. And I want you all to know that it's not too late to turn around, to do differently for yourself, to give it a chance. Give yourself a chance to live. Give yourself a chance to have a longer life expectancy. Because when we do these things, we literally are shortening our life expectancy when we're not treating ourselves with care. And I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful that he's still living, But imagine, quality of life is always, most of the time, altered when you struggle with chronic illness. It's altered. Things are not like they used to be. You can't move around like you used to. And I say this to say that we take for granted that somehow we're going to go unscathed if we just keep doing much of the same. Actually, nothing changes until something changes. So if you are out there today and you are struggling with chronic disease and illness, you can actually turn it around. You can turn it around. But my question to you is, how willing are you to turn it around? How willing are you to do the work that is required to turn it around? I'm not ignoring you all right now. I'm just trying to cut these vegetables up. So that's my question to you all. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Denisha. Yes, it is going to be awesome. Thank you so much. And people hate taking account. That's right. People hate taking accountability for anything. And, I'm taking accountability. My brother is 63 years old. He's too young. He's too young to be struggling like this. And y'all, let me tell you something. It's happening to people younger every day. When we look around us and we see how things have changed, we see how the way families used to eat. We used to have dinner at home, and now all we do is DoorDash and eat out and fast food. And then we are the ones complaining about, they trying to. No, you have a choice. You have a choice. And when we come on these channels and we're trying to encourage you to grow food and not grass, it's because it is absolutely necessary in this time, because there are literally things that are happening that are designed to destroy you. Um, you know, depopulation is a real thing. Eugenics is a real thing. You know, we have to do better for ourselves. And, the most important thing is, change also begins when someone in the family decides that they are going to be the change maker, that they are going to represent, they are going to um, be the change that they want to see in the world, and it actually does begin with us. We have to ask ourselves very important questions. You have to be the example, right? In my industry, the industry that I work in or educate from is health and human services, and connecting people to the right resources for their well-being, right? Because that's what we talk about over here on this channel. Um, Living a whole life. Well-being is the highest form of equity. But in order to have that, you have to be intentional yourself. You have to be an example. Over here, I'm not telling you what you should do. I am showing you what you should do, because I am an example before my family. Again, change cannot happen until change happens. And so we have to be intentional about being the example. Correct? Correct? You want to try. Oh, no, I'm sorry that you want to do something like that to yourself. Um, because that's definitely could be a terrible outcome for you. Um, there is consequences for the things that we do. Um, and we can't blame God for it. You could say all day long, people say, well, that God you talk about didn't save me. And that God we talk about, didn't make you make those choices. But He is there for you if you want guidance and to accept Him as your Lord and Savior, and to be guided and for your life to be changed. But even in that, some of the best people have fallen because they chose not to change their physical man. You can be as spiritual as you want to be, but if you don't change how you eat, treat yourself, behave, God ain't got nothing to do with that. That's a choice. He gives us free will. And He also gave us the blueprint. He gave us the blueprint that's written in the Bible that says in the beginning, He gave us every seed-bearing thing as meat to eat. Read it for yourself. He didn't tell us that we should go out here and load ourselves on man-made things. Quite the opposite. I don't have the best knives in the world, y'all, but I make it do what it do, okay? I'm going to cook some more lentils because my family absolutely enjoyed them. And so I'm going to Make some more because it's even though it's warm outside, when it's rainy and things like that, you just want to curl up with something warm and just maybe read or watch a good movie. But for me, I come here and I learn something on YouTube. And I'll take in some YouTube education or something. But yeah, so that's what's happening this morning with me, or this afternoon. It has been happening for a couple of days. I'm praying for my brother that he makes it through all of this. I know that I watched my father have the same kind of stroke. So, you have to decide if, this generational curse, because that's what I see it as, when we don't address the curses that have come down from generation to generation, because they're the ones who told us all, trained us to eat this way as well. But my father actually was a vegetarian for a very long time, but he had other behaviors, so needless to say, you also can do all the right things and still have some hereditary DNA, something that's in your family lineage that could be causing you these be problematic, because that is a very real thing. My father actually was a vegetarian. He was a pescatarian, should I say. He enjoyed eating fish, but he also ate lots of things like cheese and things like that, which causes inflammation. So even though, he eat a mean salad or a lot of, grinders and vegetable sandwiches, but he still ate a lot of fats and oils. So there's that, right? So we have to be intentional about what we're doing, and just so you know, G707 says, my real friends say this is real life. Let me say, this is real life. Oh, okay, so you're on the wrong channel, GS07, because I'm not trying to convince you that God is real. That's not my job. But I can tell you that if you don't accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, that you won't make it into the kingdom. But you might not want to make it in. That's a choice, right? It's a choice you make. And I'm not here to convince you of somebody with a stronghold on their life. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just going to give you the biblical instructions that are here for you before leaving earth. And it says that you, my friend, must believe in order to make it in. So, it's probably not the channel for you. Or you could stay here and keep talking, but I know you aren't. If you said you're atheist. But it's not about religion here. It's about God. God wasn't about religion. He's a God. He's a King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And I think that's where a lot of people get that thing twisted. It was never man-made religion, not God. He was the creator. Religion is man-made. That's why the world be in so much trouble, because everybody wants to have some type of religion, and that's not how the King of Kings describes that. He's the king. He's the creator. Right? And it's up to you to decide. I just want to make it in. I just want to do what he told me to do, and that's tell y'all that Jesus, his son, who took the who took the hit for us, that we might be saved because we were a defiled and disobedient people. That he, if you don't accept him, the Son of Man, as your Savior, you will not be saved. You will not. That's the only thing I'm here to tell you. And that you can make this better decisions to eat right because God gave us the blueprint to what we're supposed to be eating to avoid the devastation that we are feeling right now in the world where people are so hungry, and they are, and it's sad because but he also said because of disobedience that people would be hungry, that there would be famine. It's gonna get worse. I'm just here to tell you that it will get worse. And that you can choose ye this day without delay, because you will lay down tonight and hope for tomorrow. And that's why I always say on this channel, it's a good day to be amongst the land of the living, because all I have is today. All I have is today to convince one person. One. I'm not begging, because God doesn't either, because he gave us free will. But I will come and speak. I will come and speak on my channel, and I will share his goodness, and I will teach you what he's taught me through the word of God, because I don't have an opinion about anything now, because he said, tell them my word. Anybody who leads my children, and everybody ain't his, he's the creator, but everybody's not his people because they haven't chosen him. So they will struggle until they do, or they will choose this other God until they don't. And there will come a day, and it's here, it's coming, that every knee shall bow, and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. That is it, and that is all. But I'm glad that my brother, who's laying up there in that hospital bed, and we don't blame God, because my brother made choices, to smoke, to eat the way he eats. He made choices. His amputation was the result of poor circulation. Poor circulation is the result of smoking, was the result of smoking cigarettes, doing dangerous things to our body. I'm thank God for deliverance, because I used to smoke. So just so you know, just so you are aware that I have been delivered. I am not without sin. I testify of the goodness of the Lord. I stand on it because he saved me, and I will testify. It was him and only him, Jesus the Christ. He saved me. And that's it. And that's all. Okay? So, I hope that I am not going to stay here long, because now I'm about to prepare my meal. Yes, it's an old school. It is old school. What am I making to eat? I'm sorry, I could not see your comments. Campaign with Trey. I couldn't see it because I was I'm on the iPad, and the iPad won't leave the comments up here. Jesus was always He is the Son of Man. Don't come up here trying to sway the people. He is the Son of Man. He is the Trinity. He was always there. And Jesus was God in the form of man. The Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. He had to come. He had to send. He had to come in the form of man. God had to come in the form of his Son, Jesus, in order for this world to be saved and his word to not be a lie. So, what are we doing with this? What I'm making here, we are making some lentils, and this is how I store my lentils. When I make them, I store them in a nice jar in the refrigerator so I can make dishes quickly because they're already cooked. And I also grew all these onions and I store them in the refrigerator as well. We actually are going to dehydrate some of these, and let's see what else I got over there. I want to show y'all. Or these are two things. Okay. So, yeah, these are the two things. You said you believe in science. Rationalists, we don't believe on. Okay. All right. Believe what you believe. On this channel, we believe God and Jesus. And you should get a channel of your own. Don't come over here with that. Get on your channel and talk about what you talk about. But over here, we talk about Jesus and God, okay? And we talk about well-being. We talk about growing his food. We talk about ways to address the things of this world, which he said would happen. We over here talk about sustainable living and how to live off the land, which is what God intended for us to do in the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. God was the Word. Okay, tomorrow, you're not guaranteed that. At the end of the day, okay, quit smoking. Go ahead, quit smoking, because that you deserve it. You absolutely deserve to save yourself. You absolutely deserve to save yourself. I'm going to move y'all over to the stove because I got to keep going. All right. So we're going to move y'all over here so y'all can be in the kitchen with me. All right. And again, you may can't see me all that well here because I am, let me see if I can lean it back. This iPad has its own mind. And we're going to see if we can turn it around. Does it still work that way? Nope. Because I started it this way, so it won't work any other way. All right, so I'm gonna cook and talk to y'all at the same time, since y'all are still here, and I am here to encourage. Let me reposition my camera. Y'all want to see? I grew my own okra, so I grow okra. I grow my own peppers. These are my okra for today. And I'm probably going to put these in the air fryer. Well, this is actually a pepper. This is a pepper. This is where I have red and green okra. And I have, these are my pepper harvest for today. This is my pepper harvest for today. And let me show you. This is my fig harvest for today. So you can grow your own food. You just have to sow a seed, everybody. Just sow a seed. And this year we got grapes. And I love grapes. Yep. And I'm going to cook some lentils. I'm gonna set y'all up somewhere so y'all can see. And I will try to watch your comments. Okay. So we are using a pot. Again, we have lentils, green onions. We're gonna put in some, pull out all the stops. We've got kosher. We got some kosher salt, olive oil, cumin, miso paste. Let's see, we're using some miso paste. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do some curry in this one, because the curry was in the last recipe, but I didn't use it. We're gonna use a little bit of cayenne pepper, and let me see if I can find this curry. We have some curry up here, I'm sure. Yep, that may be turmeric. Let's see if we can find the curry. Okay, I found it. So this is curry. We're gonna do some curry, and I have all of these peppers. Let's see. We have all of these seasonings right here. We're gonna put in there, and we're gonna have some garlic and some onions. Garlic and some more onions. All right, so let me get to cooking. I'm using a 3-quart pot, and we're going to put some olive oil in our pan. All right. Another thing that you actually should be growing is stevia. This is stevia. Stevia is a sweetener that you can use versus sugar, because sugar is number one killer. It has a pop of sweetener in it. It is so sweet. When I tell you, if you want something sweet, just eat a leaf and you'll be good. You'll have the sweetness that you were looking for. Okay? Yep. Let's see if we have any comments. He says, help me. My friend make me smoke. I'm helpless. No, you're not. You're in the wrong circle. You are in the wrong circle. And our friends don't force us to do things. We make a decision. And our decisions affect us. You're in a square. What kind of square are you in? What's that? What is that? What is that, sir? All right, we are going to put all of this into the pan. We're going to put all of this in the pan. We got celery. We got red peppers. We have red onions. We have carrots. We have all of these goodies. God's food. And we're going to make our own food and our own recipes so we live longer. That's the goal. Is that we stop buying, grow our food. I grow carrots, onions, peppers, celery, all the things you see me just put in this pan. I wasn't successful with garlic, but next year or later this year, I'm going to be successful because I'm not going to give up. I'm not giving up on my ability to grow garlic and put a lot in there too. I love garlic. My family does too. So we're putting some garlic in there. We're going to dump some cumin in there. Yep. We're going to dump some curry powder. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't cut up any potatoes. I got to put some potatoes in this. Put some curry in there. And we got to cut up a few potatoes. Because we need some potatoes. So while these things cook down, we're gonna cook some potatoes. Or cut some potatoes. You want to wash potatoes because potatoes come out of the dirt, y'all. But a little dirt won't hurt you either. A little dirt ain't never hurt nobody. But you wanna wash your potatoes. We're going to put some potatoes in our mix. We're gonna stir these up. Get all this good seasoning in here going. Mix up, make a nice roux. Make a nice roux. Right? Can you smell it? Can you smell that goodness? Y'all, because it is some goodness in here. I'm going to have to put a couple of potatoes extra because they really like the potatoes. My family really enjoyed the potatoes. They ate the whole pot in one night. And there's only 3 of us in this house. But they ate all of it. So I'm going to increase my potatoes for this particular recipe because they ate so many of them. So if you learn nothing else from this channel, we are eating God's food. We're learning and building a strong home economy so that we can survive what is here on this earth, so that we can survive what is coming, we don't know, but we must prepare ourselves to live healthier, so that our bodies are strong enough to sustain, what is happening right now. If we don't eat right and take care of ourselves, then we can't be strong enough to take care of ourselves. We have a responsibility, not just to ourselves while we live here. We have a responsibility to our families to be healthy. Because do you know what it's like to care for someone, to be left with the responsibility of caring for someone who didn't take care of themselves. And I asked myself, is that really fair? Is it really fair to leave a loved one, for a loved one to have to take care of you when you didn't take care of yourself? Is that really fair? I don't think it's all that fair. I believe that, we have a responsibility to care for ourselves. Okay, so this roux is ruined. We're going to go ahead and add these beans in here, or these lentils in here now, and then we're going to add the potatoes and let them, we're going to turn it down a little bit and let that, because I didn't prepare the potatoes in time, so I'm going to let that roux out a little bit more. Yeah, I'm an old-fashioned. Yes, I cut the potatoes myself and all of that, y'all. These potato skins aren't that thick, though. I could have actually just put the skin of the potato right on in there. Would have been just fine. Because the skin of the potato is really thin. I don't know what type of potato it is, but it's a pretty one. That's for sure. Now, that's another thing I'm trying to perfect is potatoes, because I have grown I'm growing sweet potatoes now, and I think that potatoes is a crop that we all should try to grow, because number one, it feeds you. You can make a meal. You can make the things that you enjoy. You can thicken with it. You can, have a hearty meal with a potato. You can take one potato actually and put it in a pot and boil it with some water and some butter and some seasonings, and it'd be just the tastiest thing you've had. We don't have to have meat to survive. And I think it's important for us to begin to get away from it, because it may not be available. You scared me, Bobo. Yeah, you scared me. I'm sorry. The cat was so trying to climb up here, and that was scary. I'm sorry, Bo. Didn't mean to hurt you, buddy. You scared my mom. Yeah, he scared me. I forgot for a minute that they were even here. I have two British short hairs, and boy, they are a piece of work. They smell this food. They smell the food. And this roux is ruined. I love this. Woo. Yes, yes, and yes. We're about to chop these potatoes. I'm sorry, Bobo. Mama didn't mean it. I'm putting these right on in here so they can roux on down too. Roux on down. Ease on down. The roux. I don't know where that song comes from. I gotta be careful. But anyway, at any rate, y'all, we have the ability to make our own. I encourage you. I'm actually putting together a tower right now of some tires to put some potatoes in, so I'll have a deep well, and that the moles can't come up under the ground and get to them, because I'm gonna plant them in a hard surface, in a different surface. But yeah, we have got to take control of our food supply, of our, you can grow potatoes. You can grow potatoes in bags. I'm through making excuses, because I grew, even when I didn't have a yard, I was growing food in bags on my back patio. I don't make no excuses. There's no more time for excuses. You may not have a place. Now, that's a little bit different. You know, you may not have, if you are homeless and don't have a place, you know, that's a whole different situation. And I'm not speaking to those people, but I am speaking to those who can grow food, who can provide a meal for the homeless. You know, there's a way to help our neighbors regardless, you know, and we have to be able to grow food. We can put a shelter bag, you know, like I said, when we learn how to eat this food raw, you know, our neighbor, even our homeless sisters and brothers, could learn how to eat this food, you know, just like it was grown, you know, and then there wouldn't be a need for a cooking facility. This is not to excuse the fact that you deserve a place to live. You deserve, you know, humanity deserves, you deserve to be a human who's cared for in this society. That is true, and I'm not dissipating. I'm not minimizing that at all here on my channel because I believe in you. I believe in all of the things. You know, when we make a choice to turn our lives around and to have and to do better with our lives, we can. So we're gonna mix these potatoes in here and get those all mixed up with the seasonings as well because we want them good seasonings to just, we want this to marinate in something good, right? We want a good pot of lentils. And so today I put curry in there, which was different. And like I said, I'm putting these potatoes in because my family really enjoyed the potatoes, but also the lentils, you know, the potatoes can thicken, will thicken the lentils. So that's a real thing. So it's just a hearty meal we're gonna have. I'm gonna make, I don't know, I made some jalapeno bread the other day. They really enjoyed that. But I really want to learn how to make focaccia bread. But I'm trying to make bread that doesn't have sugar, wheat, or yeast. And so I'm looking for a good recipe. So if you know of one, please leave it in the comments. You know, because I'm really trying to figure out how to make bread without those things, right? And what do we do with these peelings? We put them in the compost bin. We put them outside in our vermicompost. I have vermicompost bins inside the ground. Every single one of, most of my beds, I mean, not every single one, has a, where's my cloth? Every single one, not every single one, I'm sorry. I am saying that okay, here it is. Some of my beds have vermicompost bins. What is a vermicompost bin? A vermicompost bin is a bin that has been inserted into the let me put some water in this, into the bed. It's literally in the bed of it's in the bed. So it feeds the soil. Like I put holes in it and feed the soil and all those wonderful things. We're gonna start adding some water to this. And we're gonna add some lentils. Time to add the lentils to this. And again, the lentils are pre-cooked. I cook them and we just put them on in there, baby. Cause I was gonna make some lentil patties, so I'm gonna save enough for my lentil croquettes. I'm gonna make some croquettes with some kelp, which is kind of like you can use it to make like a what is oh, I meant to leave that water on. Use it to make a patty, like a salmon patty or something, right? So we're gonna turn this water up, or this eye up, and we're gonna let this get to cooking. We're gonna put some more curry in there, and we're gonna put enough water in there to get it going. And we're going to Put some maso paste in there. And let it cook down. And I'm gonna wash these dishes up because I like a tidy kitchen. So we mix all that up. And let it cook. And that way when they get home, there's food. A nice home-cooked meal. Something warm for the belly. And something home-cooked. And something good for you. So notice that there is no meat in this dish. And I might put the other juice from the other lentils in there because it was so good. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because the bottom of that pot had some good seasonings in it. Right? What you fussing about, Bobo? Anyway, to all the good people here on my channel, thank you for coming in and sharing this time with me. Thank you for your support in this time that we are dealing with this crisis in our family. But everything that is presented to us is an opportunity for us to teach something, to teach a better way. So I encourage you out there, those of you who are going through, who are battling with chronic illness, that you can turn it around. But you have to be intentional about your next steps. You have to be intentional about what you put in your mouth. You have to be intentional about building an environment for you. You have to be intentional about saying no to things that will harm you. Your physical man is just as important as your spiritual man. I can't say this enough. I love you all. Love you with the love of Christ. And thank you for staying this long and sharing with me. I'll keep you posted on what's happening with my brother. We are praying for positive outcomes. We know that this could be a extensive recovery period. We don't know. But we know that what we know, we only know what we know, right? And so, thank you again. And for those of you who came in the room, who left a comment, who shared, yeah. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Darshan. So anyway, thank you again. Thank you for your comments. And GS07, I really do hope you get some help. Because Jesus is the way. He's the only way. And you ain't making it in without him, okay? So go and be blessed. Have the most amazing day. And whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to become in this season. And bye for now.